Hi there, Oak Hill. We just wanted to share with you a little bit about something that we're going to be doing over the next few weeks as a part of our church and as a part of our discipleship during this time of pandemic and crisis. We're going to be hosting via Zoom, Katie and I are going to be hosting some family health checkups. We recognize that all of our families are going through something very unique, very different, and we just want to make sure that the married couples in our church are having space to talk and are talking about some really important things that we always all need to be communicating about as married couples, and especially in times of crisis. And so we just wanted to talk to you a little bit about what that's going to look like. And so, we wanted to just share what's on our heart.
So does this mean that it is only for couples who feel like they're struggling during quarantine, or is it also for couples who feel like they're doing okay?
I would say that this is for any couple. If you're feeling like you're in a place of health, if you're feeling like you're in a place of maybe just a little unhealth, but things are pretty good, or if you really feel like you're struggling, I think this will be a good opportunity for you as a couple to talk about the state of your marriage. The first topic that we're going to cover is marriage. The second topic that we're going to cover is parenting in a few weeks after that.
So in talking about the state of our marriage, does that mean when we get on Zoom with a bunch of other couples that I'm going to have to share with everyone about what our struggles have been in the past 5 weeks?
No, absolutely not. So we are going to take a format where we'll have a few set topics that we're going to talk about. We will address those and just kind of set them up, and then we will have a conversation starter for you and your spouse. We will mute everybody, make sure you're all muted, and then you and your spouse can even turn the camera off and have a good conversation about that topic, and just check up on your health, hear from one another. Maybe you think things are great in that area and your spouse doesn't, and they haven't had a chance to tell you yet. And so, this is a really good opportunity for you to have just healthy conversations as a married couple in the safety of a little bit of community. And if you do run into a problem, the chat feature is going to be there, and you can chat with Katie and I privately. You can set up a time later with one of the elders. We'll definitely help you along the way.
So does this mean that you and I are experts on marriage and parenting?
No, absolutely not. We don't at all propose to have this down, especially not in a pandemic or in a crisis. We have had our share of struggles and our need to communicate over the past number of weeks, and yet the Lord has been merciful to show us some things that we needed to communicate about, where we really wanted to say, hey, let's just make sure other couples in our church are also communicating about these things. And so really it's not to hear from us. The primary goal isn't to hear from us. The primary goal is to hear from each other. In this, we don't want to replace in any way what's going on in your gospel communities. We want to make sure that you're talking to one another. What's happening in your gospel communities is mutual ministry between couples, and so that's really good, and we're hoping that this supplements that.
Yeah, looking forward to it.
What are you most excited about during this time?
During quarantine or during our...
During our...
It's always just good to have good conversations. Sometimes asking good questions draws out areas in my own heart or things that I've been thinking about that I haven't even been able to process through yet. So the strategy of asking good questions is always extremely helpful for me to talk through things so that I know that I'm in a good place of health and can keep moving forward in a good place of health.
One of the things that I'm looking forward to is just seeing all of you. I'm looking forward to seeing your faces. I'm looking forward to interacting with you on these topics, and I just think it's going to be a really rich, really healthy time for our church to make sure that during these hard times, the most important things are rising to the level of first importance. So we're doing this because first and foremost, you are loved.